about the whole case that's happening with Very Dark Man and everything. And in the comments, someone said he doesn't care what people say. His VDM is a necessity. And I agreed with him. I don't always agree with many of his methods. And there was a girl that said something. And what she said is the one that triggered this post. Although there are many other people that have been saying the same thing to me and I've been ignoring. Different causes, different or whatever. But this one, it begs to actually make a video, because some of you think you understand. See, this thing requires seriousness. You think you understand the meaning of a word, but you don't. And this is not over Sabi. You can go and fact check it. And I'm going to do justice to this video. Brace yourself, because some of you might be offended in this video. But that's the offense, people. I will not offend you, but the truth will. 1 second. She said, your IQ is low, very low. Wondering why you still can't differentiate who a necessity is and who a necessity is not. Are thugs necessity because they are brave? No. If your definition of necessity is tied to braveness and courage, then I am disappointed in you. Bam. So I replied, I can go and check the comment. I replied that I put her in a place. But I'm making this video to extend the invitation of newness for you to understand the word necessity. So I'm first going to start by saying, first of all, if you disagree with the statement VDM is a necessity, you have an English problem, an understanding problem. That's where the issue is. I'll start by saying this. I'm going to give practical examples first. And let me highlight something further before I start. I am not a rattle. It's there. During the Tyler case, you guys saw me disagree with the method. I am not a rattle. But I repeat, VDM, I repeat, Very Dark Man is a necessity to the retrogressive environment that we have in Nigeria. Let's list the things that Very Dark Man has done with his platform. The one that at least the positive ones, let's list it. The release of the minors detained over the Russian flag protest. VDM publicly highlighted the detention and prosecution of minors who had participated in August 2024 protests. The issue attracted enormous public attention, and President Tinubu subsequently ordered their immediate release and investigation. Those children were not released until he stepped in. The Bobrisky scandal, we all know that one. Challenging government actions over demolitions of buildings in Abuja. His activism around demolitions and alleged abuses in the Federal Capital Territory helped bring the issue into a national attention. A Senate intervention reportedly resulted in a stay of execution and ad hoc committee to investigate the demolition issue involving the FCT administration. Millions of naira or billions will have gotten out. Homeless people, in fact, if not that VDM stepped in. Let's move further. Taking up ordinary people's complaints against business and institutions. VDM has repeatedly used its enormous social media audience to intervene when individuals claim they have been cheated, ignored, or denied refunds. One documented example is the Kamari Airline case, where a customer who paid 37,000 allegedly received neither the product nor a response. After VDM intervened, the company refunded the money same day. Putting insecurity and abandoned communities directly before the public. We all saw this. In 2025, VDM went to Yelwata in Benue State following the massacre there, bringing national attention to victims and displaced civilians. He gives ordinary Nigerians louder voice. He creates public accountability. He exposes problems that might otherwise be ignored. He makes justice more accessible. He demonstrates the necessity of independent civic pressure. In short, I repeat, perhaps the biggest lesson is that government should not be the only institution capable of questioning government. VDM's strongest contribution isn't simply that he fights the government. It is that he has shown how a Nigerian with a large digital platform can turn an individual complaint into a national accountability issue. That is particularly powerful in a country where many ordinary people feel that institutions only respond when an issue becomes publicly embarrassing. Now, there's even one that happened recently between the police force, where the pink mother or something allegedly, and he's the one that stood alone and fought that case. I don't know about any other person that would dare to do that. And mind you, the court even ordered for the police to apologize or something like that. Now, what am I bringing out? When you use the word necessity on someone, it doesn't equate perfection. When you say someone is a necessity, it doesn't mean that person is perfectly behaved. It only means he is perfectly positioned. That is your problem. Your problem is the word. It's the misuse of that word. And you know what's so funny? The people that are insulting me in the comments and in my DMs, you yourself do not have the capacity to supply that perfect behavior, but you are demanding it from him. If God is to reveal every of your choices behind the scene, we both know that if you are married, divorce will stop. If your parents know the things, the diabolical decisions that you do behind the scene, that I do, that we do behind the scene, nobody is holy. You expect perfect behavior from someone that can never deliver it. I said it's common English. I don't agree with many of his methods. Methods. I don't agree with it. But on the basis of his positioning, he's a necessity to a retrogressive environment. Our environment is extremely retrogressive. Extremely retrogressive. Leave Nigeria and go and see what's happening everywhere. You go understand what's at the talk. Extremely retrogressive. And it's facts. His methods, I don't agree with many times. Many times. For example, the issue of the Peter and Paul. All of you were dropping opinion, I dropped his opinion. Now, I have my reservations on how he should have gone about it. But that's my own opinion. I dropped mine, he dropped his. Everybody has freedom of speech. You said you wanted to be main character or whatever. That's fine. You have your own opinion too. But he dropped his own, right? Now, his method there, me, I don't agree. But does it change the fact that it's a necessity? No. No, but see, last week, or 2 weeks ago, the whole police case we saw, it's still a necessity. It's just common sense. Let's you know what? Let's prologue history for a second. Was Two-Face a necessity to the growth of music in Nigeria or in Africa? Yes. Two-Face was a necessity to the growth and emergence of music and international recognition in Nigeria. Yes, he was part of the people that put their backs on the line for us. But was Two-Face perfectly behaved according to the stories we see in the news? Marriage, all those things? We were privileged to hear some of the gist. Did he supply perfect behavior? Was he perfect in his handling of many things? No. No, he wasn't. But was he a necessity? Yes, he is. Should I go further? Davido, our beloved Oriade, beautiful artist. Has he supplied perfect behavior for us? No. But do we still love him? Yes. Is this a necessity to Afrobeat? Yes. Common sense. Think. You know, one of the reasons why I think many of you actually you insult me or insult people or you actually say things you say to VDM. This is not even, I'm not a rattle. So anything you would like say, I'm just going to say, because nobody defeat anybody. So we say our mind. It's my opinion. You know, one of the reasons why I think many of you do this. I've interacted with many ladies and men on this issue of the VDM thing. And one of the 98% of the time, the word that they use against him most times is that dirty guy, that nonsense guy. There is no people that are giving him mouth or that is making him feel like this. Now I make and rich, that poverty stricken. It is on the bedrock of classism. If VDM ever came out from the angle of being a billionaire from the beginning and somebody tried to correct him, you people will say you the correct person will guide past you. Nigerian classism. When somebody wants to speak, the first thing you people run to is you attack the messenger, you measure the messenger. Is this person rich? If he's not rich, not worth my time. The same thing I would say, let a Jeff Bezos come and say it, you will listen to him. That's the thing, classism. It has eaten deep into us. Deep into us. Classism and inferiority complex. Classism to the point that if somebody comes out and say, I have conquered the love of money, you will still have a problem with it. Yes. The same Nigerians, these same Nigerians were the same people that will come out and will be hyping Benz. Oluwa bless me, let me bust your head. That Benz when you be hype, when you think say you don't arrive. That's what they use as Uber in France. When I was in France, now Benz 2024 model, now you come pick me up. One nasty Tesla like this, now they pick me up as Uber. 20 euros, 25 euros, Johnny. 20, 15 euros. You can ask Farouk and John, they will tell you. Your biggest achievement is someone else's errand message toy. You don't understand how crazy that is. Classism. Don't finish us for this country. Classism. Many of you watching this video, the first thing you're going to attack first is what? You will never listen to them say you focus on the messenger. It's what we do. We're going to focus on the messenger. Let the boy not billionaire. You guys not a guy like that now. Why is he talking? But if I was a billionaire, you probably would listen. I've seen us many times excuse bad behavior in this country from some of our celebrities because they are rich or because we love them. It's not even love, but because of the position that they are in. But let that same thing be repeated by someone who's not of that status. You will almost annihilate the person. And some of you are Christians. You have forgotten that the same Peter that was a necessity to the growth of Christianity for preaching the gospel, the same Paul was a murderer, cold-blooded murderer. He led the story of Stephen. Go and prologue history. These are not fairy tales. This is documented history. Greek history. History is there. Go and check it. Paul that wrote 1/3 of your New Testament, of our New Testament, was a murderer. Cold-blooded murderer. He led the death of many people. Thousands. He was on his way to go and end the lives of more in Damascus. He don't collect seal. But God took him. God took him. Did he supply perfect behavior even after that? No. Your Peter. Do you know that he was a hypocrite? To the point that he and Paul had an altercation. Because when he saw Paul, he wanted to stop eating with the Gentiles. Have you forgotten? The same Peter that was fraternizing with Jesus. If anybody deny, we never leave you. He denied Jesus 3 times. How many of you will be say, if person deny who they like on social media or something, don't go finish the person irredeemable? But you betrayer, if you betray Machala, you destroy him and everything, remove all your favors and curse him. And yet, when Jesus came back, go and tell my disciples, I have risen. And Peter, he separated him to show you the importance. And Peter, you can't look beyond the imperfection because in your head, you demand perfect behavior from everybody when you can never deliver it. Do I agree with VDM's method? No. No, I don't. But doesn't mean he's a no-ness. He is. He is. Someone will have gone to jail for a murder he didn't commit. You and I didn't stand for the person. We don't even know what's going on. There's a certain money I know he gives every month for people who need work. If you feel like, okay, what VDM is doing, there are some things he does that we don't like, why not use your platform and start talking? Stop spotting rotten eggs and start creating good one. A lot of us are good at spotting the rotten eggs, but to create good egg, we suck so bad. We're better at spotting rotten eggs, but to create a good one that requires intentional creation of value, that requires intelligence, zero. Create value. Post on your own page. You say Rattels are rude. You use your platform to edify people. Release videos that pumps energy into their mind. Educate them. You don't solve corruption by facing corruption. You solve corruption by creating value. That's how you fix the problem. You don't fix a problem by attacking the problem. You fix the problem by creating a solution. If there's erosion or there's flood in a town, you don't fix it by complaining. Take a chair, go outside your house, start shouting, the government are bad. You are right. Erosion will finish on this country. You are right. The gutter is not good. You are right. Lagos is a dirty place. You are right. See anything, you are right. When you are done, you come back to reality. Create value. Use your platform. That's how you get things done. Don't come to my DM again and think you can come and say anything you like. I will actually genuinely block you. I repeat, very dark man is a necessity to the condition, subjective, the condition of the retrogressive society of this country. There are some societies where he will not be a necessity. Not even me, he will not be a necessity. In Singapore now, he's not going to be a necessity. But in Nigeria, he's a necessity. I repeat, he is a necessity. If you cannot think and use your brain and separate emotions from logic, maybe you should just block me. I've said my opinion. I've given you points to back it up. I've listed practical scenarios of what he has used the platform for, and I've highlighted it. I don't agree with many of his methods. I don't. But I know how to separate logic from emotions. And I'm going to end it by saying this. I am not a rattle, but I have one of the biggest assets that makes me brag. I've got a brain that works, and I've got a relationship with God. I've said it many times. That's my ultimate brag right there. Let he that boast in the fact that he knows that I am the Lord thy God. If you like, call me an idiot for believing in it, no problem. It doesn't make you less of an idiot too. If you're ready for a proper discussion, symposium discussion, we'll discuss Christianity and history. No insults. We'll discuss. We'll sit on the table. We'll go back and forth with points and statistics and history. We'll prologue it for you. It's not something that we just want to come and say because we're just following God uselessly. There is an intelligent being behind creation. You can't defeat that. You can't defeat that logic. Even science knows that. Facts are facts. One thing I'll tell you for free is this: your brain is your most important asset. You don't think with your heart. You think with your brain. Your brain, for the day you stop using your brain and your brain is not effective, you are useless to both God and the devil. And if you are useless to the devil, you did that. This is my piece. VDM is a necessity. If you don't like it, if you feel like my opinion is affecting your alter ego, take the nearest bus, go to the nearest lounge, take a cup of cappuccino, make it full, tell them to give you light ice, full alcohol, drink it, and tell your tales to someone who truly cares. I've said my opinion. Say yours.
Okay, this guy has really made my day with his videos. This video really addressed issues. It is exactly what I've always said. If you find yourself having problems with VDM, then most likely it is because you have something to hide. Or, of course, you have something to hide, maybe not necessarily now, but you know that you have the tendencies of behaving in a manner that VDM will call you out. So you are actually trying to fight your own defeat, if I will say. Now, classism has always been a very big issue as far as our country, Nigeria, is concerned. When somebody says something, it is not about what he said, but who he is, right? If people keep looking at people or look at submissions based off on who made the submission and what have you, not on the value the submission will bring, then we still have a very big problem. It's a very big problem. Like he said, we don't necessarily have to agree with VDM's method. For example, I myself, when VDM said that Peter told him that his other brother will not have a male child, I feel that was a blow below the belt, and that is not supposed to be out there. But of course, VDM is VDM. He doesn't have to be me for me to say that he is okay. At the end of the day, if what he is doing will bring about solution, beautiful. Of course, we also must understand that not every battle would always end in a win, right? He can do this and ends up solving the problem, and then it could end up not solving the problem. That is why he is human. He is not perfect. We shouldn't expect perfection from him, because of course, some of us, if we are exposed to the same situations that this guy handles, I believe that most of us will not even do a quarter of what he is doing. We will be found wanting here and there. So why expect perfection from someone when you know yourself, within yourself, that you are not perfect? So please, we must always realize that we are all trying to get things
About the whole case that is
done.
happening
We
with
want Nigeria to work, and so we must always try harder. Of course, if you don't like his method, which you are entitled to, like myself, I am entitled to not liking his method, and I really don't agree with most of the ways he approached things, particularly some of the things he say. But if he gives us the solution to the problem, like I said, that is it, right? Say VDM in any case. Of course, I will say that VDM is now a currency. He is a currency. As I watch a video of someone the other day saying that if you want to transact business with anybody, you should ask him about VDM. If he has any problems with VDM, don't transact the business with him. That simply means it is a currency. You will not like the name because you may have tendencies of doing the wrong thing, and you don't want that person that will call you out. And that is it. Well, we just hope that Nigeria will be a better place so that VDM being a necessity will be taken out of the equation. We'll have a sane society. Uh, that's it. In other places, you give a police a call, they will call you back. I remember the other day my daughter called 911 just because her toy dog was missing. And for some reason, she picked her mother's phone and dialed 911. Of course, the mother saw while the call was being dialed. She immediately collected the phone and ended the call. 911, call back. And they had to speak to my daughter to be sure that indeed that is the problem. But in other places like our own, if you call, the kind of questions they will be asking you, safe, you man, you gotta wonder, what did they saw? Somebody reported me the other time that I was carrying children without car seat in my vehicle. And boom, before you say 10 minutes, of course I've driven off the place where the person saw me and made the call. I had car seats in my car. He just didn't see it. He reported me, and before you know, police were in my house. 6 police officers came to my house. For what? Car seat. Just car seat. That I was carrying kids without car seats. Of course, when they came, I opened my car, showed them, they saw the car seat I had. Of course, they had their own submission about the car seat I was using. So I had to just go get another car seat that meets the requirement. But I had the car seat, of course. It just didn't meet the requirements of the city. And that's it. That is where a system works. Imagine you calling Nigerian police office and saying that somebody is carrying kids without car seat. Well, you will say that it is overstretched, there is no manpower. Yes, and that is exactly why this guy will say that VDM is a necessity. He is a necessity because our society is a retrogressive